Hey there everyone, how have you been doing? I'm really happy and super excited to be here. What about you all? Yes, I hope you're all doing great. So I'm Shalini from Badasna Metric High Secondary School, Arakonam. So children, today I'm going to teach you a very essential topic. It's gonna be grammar. Yes. So learning grammar will make us or keep us understand the language in a better way. Yes. So grammar is like ocean with a branch of seas. So in this vast ocean, we are all going to dive in a sea. Let's see what's that. Yes. So today we are going to dive in the sea called sentence pattern. Yes. So, children, how will you communicate with someone? Tell me, how will you communicate? Yes, we need language and words to communicate, right? So, to make a words, what we need? Yes, we'll combine letters to form a words and we'll combine words to form a sentence. So, today we are going to see what are all the patterns to make a complete sentence or to make a correct sentence. Okay. So, let's see that. Yes. So, what do you mean by sentence? Yes, the sentence is a group of words that gives a complete sense or meaning. Okay. So, listen here. Sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. Okay. So, this is a sentence. So, now let us see the example of a sentence. Writing poems is my habit. So, a group of words that we use to make a beautiful sentence is known as the forms or the patterns or the elements of a sentence. Clear? So, now let us see the 5 elements of a sentence. So, what are the 5 elements, children? Subject, verb, object, complement and adjunct. Clear? So, these are all the 5 elements of sentence. So, now, yes. So, I told you there are 5 elements of sentence. So, now let us see the first element. So, what is the first element? Yes, it is subject. So, generally a subject acts as the doer of the action in a sentence, but not always. Why not always? Because when a subject comes before the main verb, it acts as doer of an action. But when it comes before the helping verb, it is known as state of being because it does no action. Okay. So, that is why a subject acts as a doer of an action in a sentence, but not always. The same can be found in a sentence in the form of noun or pronoun, thing, place and an animal. Clear? So, now these are all the forms of subject. Clear? So, now let us see the subject in the form of noun or pronoun. Yes. So, you all know what is noun. What is noun? Yes, noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. And what is a pronoun? Yes, pronoun is used instead of a noun. So, now let us see the subject in the form of noun or pronoun in sentence pattern. Okay. So, the first example is, they will ever obedient to all. So, here will is modal auxiliary. So, it is a helping verb, right. So, the subject comes before the helping verb. So, it is known as state of being. Here it does no action. Clear? So, hence they acts as subject. Clear? So, now let us see the second sentence. Balu runs an orphanage in Arakonam. So, here Balu is a subject. It comes before the main verb. So, it acts as the doer of an action. So, what Balu is doing here? He runs an orphanage in Arakonam. So, here Balu is subject. Clear? So, here Balu is subject. Okay. So, this is the subject in the form of noun or pronoun. So, now let us see the subject in the form of things. Okay. So the examples are, this book is written by APJ Abdul Kalam. So look here, what is the name of a book? Yes, it's Wings of Fire. Do you all love that book? Yes, especially I love that book a lot because it says so many good things to us. Yes, so that I love the book Wings of Fire. So this book is written by APJ Abdul Kalam. So here book is referred as a thing or book is referred as a noun. Yes, so this book is considered to be a subject. S-U-B-J-E-C-T, subject. So this book is considered as a subject. So now let us see the second example. Yes, mobile phone is the fastest communication. So here mobile phone is considered as a thing. We are using mobile phone daily, right? So it is the fastest communication to communicate everybody in a fastest way. So that's why mobile phone is considered as a thing. It is considered as a noun. So mobile phone is a subject. Clear? S-U-B-J-E-C-T, subject. Clear? So this is all about the subject in the form of things. So now let us see the next slide is subject in the form of place. So we lives in Arakonam. We lives in India. So India is a place. Arakonam is a place. So now let us see the examples regarding that. Yes, Kanchipuram is known for silk. Look here, it's a silk weaving. So Kanchipuram is known for silk. So here Kanchipuram denotes a place. So Kanchipuram is subject. Kanchipuram is subject. Clear? Okay. So now the next example is Africa is the darkest continent. So here look, this is Africa. Okay. So Africa is the darkest continent. Why it's called as darkest continent? Yes, because there are so many slaves and laborers in that country. Okay. So they are facing so many difficulties in the country. So that's why we are mentioning Africa as the darkest continent. So here Africa is a place, it is a continent. So Africa is referred as subject. Clear? Okay. So now let us see subject in the form of animals and birds. So what do you call as animals and birds? Yes, parrots, peacock, dog, cat, everything is called as animals and these are all called as animals and birds. So now let us see the examples. Monkey jumps tree to tree. So look here, monkey jumps tree to tree. So here monkey is a kind of animal. So monkey acts as subject. Okay. So the next example is, yes, cat and rat is foe to each other. Look this, it's so funny, right? So cat and rat are enemies and cat and rat is foe to each other. So here cat and rat comes under animal. So they are called as subject. Okay. So cat and rat is considered to be a subject. Clear? Yes. So this is quite important topic in subject because it is an exceptional subjects. So in exceptional subjects there are so many kinds. So now let us see the first one, that is subject in the form of present participle. So what do you call as present participle or what is present participle? Yes, Kishore, you are right. Yes, present participle is nothing but it is V1 plus ing. Yes, sometimes we use present participle as the subject. So when will we use that? Can you tell me? Oh, at the first. Okay, then? Okay, other question. Is present participle, that is V1 plus ing, is a verb form or tense form? Tell me, someone please. Yes, Diya, you are right. It's verb form. Why we are not calling it as tense form? See, usually present continuous, past continuous and future continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous comes with V1 plus ing, but it is a tense form, but present participle is considered as a verb form. V1, V2, V3, V1 plus ing. So, these are all called as verb forms. So, now let us see the examples of the subject in the form of present participle. Yes. So, the first example is reading makes a complete man. So, here we can see the present participle at the starting of a sentence, isn't it? So, after the present participle, there is a main verb. So, what is the main verb here? Makes. So, that is why it is called as subject. Clear? So, reading is subject. S-U-B-J-E-C-T, subject. So, now let us see the second example. Yes. Swimming is good for health. So, I told you present participle comes at the first in a sentence. So, swimming is again a subject. Clear? So, this is the subject in the form of present participle. Clear? So, now let us see the next exceptional subject. Yes, the next is subject in the form of here and there. If here comes before the helping verb, it is called as subject. But if here or there comes after the helping verb called am, is, are and was, were, then it is called as complement. For example, look here. For example, he is there. So, what is the difference between these two sentences? Can you tell me? Yes, here in the first sentence, we can see here before the helping verb is. Yes, before the helping verb is. But in the second sentence, we can see there after the helping verb is. So, if here and there comes after the helping verb, it is called as complement. C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T, complement. It is called as complement. But in the first sentence, here comes before the helping verb. So, that is why we are calling here and there as a subject. So, here refers to subject. Clear, children? Okay. So, now let us see the second example. Yes, there is no problem in solving the problem. So, the second sentence is there is no problem in solving the problem. So, here there comes before the helping verb. So, that is why it is called as subject. So, there is a subject. Clear? So, now this is all about the subject in the form of here and there. So, now let us see. Yes, the subject in the form of indefinite pronoun. For example, something smells funny and no one is perfect. So, through this you may come to know that indefinite pronouns are really indefinite. They do not refer to a specific thing or idea or amount. They do not refer to these things. They do not refer to the specific things. Okay. So, some of the indefinite pronouns are, now I am going to say that, just listen. Some of the indefinite pronouns are, yes, somebody, nobody, someone, no one, anyone, everything, everything, then everybody. So, these are all some of the indefinite pronouns. So, here look at the example guys, something smells funny. So, here something is called as indefinite pronoun. So, something is a subject. Clear? Something is a subject because we are saying that subject in the form of indefinite pronoun. In the sentence pattern, if we see indefinite pronoun at the starting of the sentence, we have to use subject. So, the second sentence is no one is perfect. So, here no one is again the indefinite pronoun. So, no one is considered as a subject. Clear? So, now this is all about subject in the form of indefinite pronoun. So, now let us see the second thing. Yeah, this is the last kind of a subject, that is determinant. Okay, subject in the form of determinants. So, what do you call it as determinants? Actually, in maths, determinant is another totally different than English grammar. Okay, so determinants is of 4 kinds. Okay, now let me tell you. Yes, one is articles. Second, demonstratives. Third one, possessives. And finally, quantifier. Quantifier. Clear? So, these are all the 4 kinds of determinants. Okay. So, now let me tell you one by one. So, articles, what are the 3 articles? Yes, it's A, and the. So, the articles are A, and the. Clear? So, demonstratives means this, that, those. So, these are all called as demonstratives. And what do you mean by possessives? What do you mean by possessive pronouns or possessive adjectives? Yes, so possessive adjectives are his, her, our, their. So, these are all called as possessives. And what do you mean by quantifier? Yes, quantifiers means quantity. So, few, little, each. So, these are all some of the quantifiers. So, this is called as determinants. So, these are called as determinants. So, the 4 determinants are articles, demonstratives, possessives and quantifier. Clear? So, now let us see the example. A few of his films were hit. So, here few is considered as determinant. So, few comes under quantifier. So, it is considered as a determinant. So, a few of his films is subject. So, here few of his films is subject. Okay. So, the second sentence is either is fine with me. So, here either comes under quantifier. So, either is considered as a subject. So, this is all about the subject in the form of determinants. Clear? So, this is all about the subject in a sentence pattern. So far we have seen the subject in the form of place, in the form of things and animals, in the form of birds, in the form of things and in the form of present participle, in the form of indefinite pronoun and finally in the form of determinants. So, this is all about the subject in sentence pattern. Clear? So, thanks for your active listening, children. I hope you all enjoyed it. So, I have added or I have attached the self-assessment question bank and the subject material in the below description for the further clarification. So, kindly children, please do the self-assessment in a proper way, and parents, please take a photocopy of the self-assessment and send it to the following WhatsApp number. Thank you. Bye-bye.